about to enter a world of drug hazes, incompetence, and combat. A world where magic is coating the floors and also the walls, and some magic has spilt onto the books. Danger could be lurking around any corner in this virtual experience and podcast named by a three. I am your host, Kick-Assatron, and you have untied the strings to the Spooky Dice Bag.
Hello, ma'am. My name is Elder Finnegan from the Church of Pelor of Latter-day Saints. I am here to tell you about the good word in this book of Pelor. And you know, if you can give me just a little bit of your time today, I would love to just go over some of these stories with you.
Yeah, sure.
Awesome. May I come in? I've been traveling a lot and I could use some water in a bathroom.
Yeah, you come in. What happens if I don't invite you in?
Oh, nothing. I was just being polite. It's just, that's what we Pelorians do. We're quite polite folk.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was afraid you were like a vampire or something.
No. See, it's daylight.
Ah, that's true. You could be a day vampire.
That's true. Those do exist. I've heard about those. They're pretty scary.
Yeah.
They say, Solarly Father has trouble with those ones, especially when he's trying to smite the evil.
Sure. Is that what they say?
That's what they say. Yeah, that's what we say. Can I use your bathroom though? I actually really do have to pee right now.
Yeah.
Apologies for my potty mouth.
She'll gesture out to the yard. There's like an outhouse.
Got it. Cool. I'm gonna just go into the outhouse, sit there for a couple seconds, make it seem like I've washed my hands, and then come back out. Thank you, ma'am. That was so refreshing. Now, please, I would love to just sit with you for a little bit and tell you about the good word.
Yeah, you know who really needs to hear about this shit?
Yeah.
My friggin' ex.
Oh, has he been taken down a dark path?
Well, I mean, yeah, he's obsessed with that fucking Brady Thomas guy.
I've heard of the ways of Brady Thomas. They're quite wicked.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he just left the militiamen. And a bunch of the guys just couldn't handle it.
It's a shame when people lose their way. They form an identity in this one thing, and then that changes, and they feel like they don't have an identity anymore. That's the Solarly Father says, even though at the end we'll all have our own planet, we gotta make things good here and now. We can't focus on the past in such a way. If things are gonna change, things are gonna change.
That makes sense. Yeah, I guess.
I'm here on my mission, spreading the good word, of the Solarly Father. But I'm also kind of here to, see if I could maybe snuff out or at least, point out any kind of evil in the town. You may not happen to know, where your ex meets with these people. Just, if you happen to know or not. And just to check, are we inside the house right now, or are we still outside, on the porch or whatever?
You guys are inside the house.
Cool. And just kind of while I'm asking, can I be making a quick kind of perception check, investigation check around to see and of course I'm for even in between that sort of bit where I was getting a little serious there, I imagine I was also telling a parable of Smithson Joe, the founder of the Church of Pelor, of Latter-day Saints. Jesus Christ.
Okay.
Let me make this perception check. It's gonna be channeling Astrid for a 7.
I'm sorry.
It's okay, it happens. I am too busy up in my own bullshit to be able to actually accurately see anything around the room.
So, there's chairs, there's windows, some walls. Basic stuff. There's like a lantern that can be lit when it's dark, but you don't notice anything of particular interest. It just looks like a normal house.
Gotcha. All right, yeah. Then I go back to come back into the moment of like, just anywhere where these guys might hang out or like congregate in some capacity or another, maybe secretly, because these folks tend to be kind of we don't want to be around in the public. Gotta do it all clandestine because it's all badass that way.
It's been going up to the Fall River Forest a lot, but I mean, they spend a lot of time up there. Not really sure what they're doing, but like he spends a lot of time up there.
Well, Ms. Flanagan, I should assume, or
yeah, it's Ms. now.
Ms. Flanagan. Okay, I just wanted to make sure.
It's not finalized, but that's how I want to go by.
Yeah, no, I understand. Solarly Father, tells us we should respect everyone's names as proper because names have power. Well, this has been lovely. I'm just going to leave this little book here for you to look over for yourself, and I'm going to go back. I'm going to see, if your neighbors are also interested in hearing the good word. So thank you very much for your time.
Thanks. And if you see Sean, let him know he fucking owes for the mortgage, okay?
Absolutely,
he's gotta pay.
Absolutely, man.
Are you looking for him?
I'm just generally looking for any folks that, Solarly Father might disapprove of and seeing if I can... smite's kind of a strong word. I wouldn't want to use that word necessarily in his honor, but I like to say handling them in a way.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, that's really all I know.
No, like I said, I appreciate your time, and like I said, just take this little book here, and I just hand her I place it down on like a side table, like as I'm getting up to leave far enough away from her, because I think it's technically an illusion from my disguise, or from something or another. So just kind of put it down. I'm just gonna leave this here for you. You can enjoy that. And I'm gonna go meet up with my mission partner. He's probably at your neighbor's house. Have a lovely rest of your day. I'm just gonna back out of the house as I'm doing that.
Alright, so you leave. You see her banging at the door, banging at the window. Hey, this, what happened to the book? It's blank.
I turn to Forte and I just say, run! I just bolt.
Alright.
Seize it!
You could have just asked her the question. I love it so much.
that wouldn't have been as interesting.
No, I love it so much. Just the mental image of the majestic flag and the Mormon just Homer Simpson style hedging into it.
So we head back into the Howland Town Center, where Astrid and Edie are looking for information on old...
Oh boy.
Yeah, you're researching, if anything weird like this has ever happened before.
Yep, we're heading to the library, and specifically going to look up that the Lecter
guy. Yeah, the trickster god. Yeah.
Does he, what environment does he tend to thrive? More kind of maybe try to find if he's like a kind of a swamp demon or something. Might have somewhere more specific in the woods. And a history in this area, that type of thing. This is what Astrid intends to look up. So much of what she is doing is distracted by the panic of being next to a very, very accomplished pretty lady.
All right, so you guys are looking through the library. Are you looking through old newspaper clippings? And...
Yeah, I think we head into the library and try to find the fantasy equivalent of the microfiche, and and also just start looking up. Idly chatting, trying to look up this Lecter person. Astrid's so tense, trying so hard to look chill. That's all after I give the explanation from before about what we knew. So have you run into anything like this before? Or you seem pretty accomplished in the demon fighting world.
Well, we've dealt with like trickster gods and stuff like that before. Nothing quite like this. I mean, none of them have ever pretended to be a sports star. That's strange. That's a first.
I mean, I'm sure there must. I know there are ones that will change into, gods or other gods or animals or things like that to get followers. But like, this is a weird one. Yeah.
So you guys find like an old newspaper like headline with like a cartoon graphic of.
I'd like to imagine Astrid found because there would be like candles or braziers lighting the walls. When Astrid's really focused on this sort of like research, she's using like thaumaturgy to kind of just like idly, almost like if you're rolling a coin in your fingers, playing with the candle flame.
Okay.
And I think because she's with somebody she's trying to impress, there's little bits of her magic that are just kind of like gold and black little sparkles. But it's also like definitely a nervous thing. So once in a while it's like, oh no, not the books, get away from the books.
So there is a cartoon picture of it looks like a bandana that like you could tie around your face, sort of bandit style, and there's like 2 eye holes, like you would use it as a mask basically. I mean it's like a fully black cloth that is kind of triangle shaped with long ends in the back. And the headline reads chaotic, brutal scene in the Fall River Forest, and it's dated about 150 years ago.
That is distressing. Okay, so
make a wisdom check.
Straight wisdom?
Yeah.
Guiding myself. 14 plus my screen opened weird. 15 altogether.
So you realize like the dates are about the same as as what you it was all happening around the same time as the Gletback incidents.
Oh shit! Oh no, that's not what I thought we were gonna say. Oh god.
What did you think I was gonna say?
I thought it was just gonna be like, 150 years since the last sacrifice.
I was double muted. You've got to be fucking kidding me right now.
Are you
shit?
Oh no! I think Astrid just reacted in real time, exactly like Dan just did. Oh no! Oh god! I mean, I'm fine. Don't worry, Edie. It's fine.
Edie will like take a deep breath, put her hand on your shoulder, trying to calm you down.
Is everything okay? What's wrong?
Oh,
You just seem to have like a panic attack? You okay?
Yeah, I'm good. Dan.
What's the matter?
Oh gosh, this is quite a long story. So first off, here's the cartoon that I showed to her in about 100 years. So, you seem really cool and like you know a lot of things. So I'm going to take a leap here and trust you with this. There is a necromancer named Gletback who did some bad shit about 150 years ago. And this cartoon is saying there's some weird shit happening about 150 years ago that's related to whatever this triangle symbology is. And I'm wondering...
That looks more like a mask than a triangle.
Well, it's a mask in the shape of a triangle, but look at where we are. You know, we're they talk about the triangle of power here. So that was sorry, that was just a reaction. We actually been doing a lot of things and haven't gotten back to that bigger problem yet. So sorry. Didn't mean to lose my chill there. The flame she has been playing
I was
with
just
went.
worried about it. Like you went from like 0 to panic attack. It's kind of
Sorry.
strange.
Yeah. Yeah, strange. Oh boy. Yeah, that just happens to me sometimes. So would I know that that mask is anything specific? Like, I know that's related to X patron, or I know that is like a magical blank, or is it just a mask cartoon?
So you don't really recognize this particular mask or from anything that you're familiar with. That you don't recognize it as like the symbol of a god or anything like that.
Right, like certain followers wouldn't wear that specific mask or whatever.
Not that
Okay.
you're aware of. I mean, it's there's a note in the article that the mask depicted was found near the scene of the murder, and they suspect that it belonged to whoever did it.
Oh, does it say where the scene of the murder is specifically in? I know everything's leading right now. All arrows are pointing specifically in the Fall River Forest, but is there like a specific spot where the murder happened that they reference?
It mentioned that it was happening in the northwest of the Fall River Forest.
Okay.
It was in the northwest, and I'm just gonna switch you guys over to the Fall River Forest real quick.
Yeah, that's
You can
what
look
I
at
was.
it.
That's what I was hoping for.
So yeah, right. It said like in the northwest area of the Fall River Forest is where,
Oh, so that the house that we found, like the asylum. That
in
we
that
were
in that general area.
Okay,
There's no mention of the asylum in the article.
interesting. So further potentially. I calmed down, wildly embarrassed, hoping I didn't just completely blow this moment with Edie. But does this sound any of this sound?
She's gonna like. She's still got her hand on your shoulder.
Oh god, panic.
Just remember to breathe. We're gonna be okay.
Of course we are.
You're gonna be fine. It's just a news article.
It
From,
is just
like 150 years ago. You're fine.
yes, and
There's nothing immediately to worry about. So
right.
we're safe in here.
Thank you. I needed that.
Yeah. Just
You know.
remember to breathe.
Breathing.
You're fine. You're good. You're okay.
Thank you. It's funny. I've actively been in a room with lots of skeletons, and well, yes, but lots of skeletons and lots of troll things trying to kill me. But for some reason, whenever I read about this specific, anything that connects to this necromancer guy, it really freaks me out. So that gotta say something, right?
What did you say his name was?
Glutvac, bugbear wizard that was at Strixhaven many years ago. Do you have any knowledge or anything that you might know? I know you've been working in this field for a bit, right? Something like that might not be too.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know about a Glutvac. I've seen some seen some like warlocks make pact with some pretty dark entities. This particular image doesn't look like a lot like him, like any of the ones I know.
Mhm.
But like it might be related to one of the one of the darker entities. Maybe if we find something else, maybe
Yeah.
something a little bit older, they might have something. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know if this is like a local thing or.
Yeah, I'm getting a. God, I mean, it just seems too convenient because I mean, it seems too. It seems like it can't be a coincidence, you know?
No, I got you. That makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, I think a trickster god, or as a patron, is pretty enticing. They're the ones with the golden tongues where they can get anybody to do whatever they want. Mm.
Yeah, I was gonna be careful when you're dealing with trickster gods. Like,
And
I mean, for some people they work great. Some people just use them for their own means, and sometimes
Yeah.
the trickster gods themselves will have their own means. You know.
Yeah, golden tongues can be used for a lot.
They
Anyway,
can.
Astrid, you hear Eli's voice in the back of your head just keep going with that. I was going to say that in a second, but you keep going with that.
oh God, if you could talk to me through my head right now, can you see everything? Because I might ask for a blackout curtain later.
I'm just a manifestation of your subconscious.
Yeah. Let's look at some of the articles that are a little older, and then maybe take a break. I could use a drink once we have that calmed down.
Yeah. Maybe we can get back to the bar before anybody else and have extra drinks.
Yeah.
That sounds cool, right?
Yeah. Definitely, and that's the tavern you're staying in, right?
Yeah. It's a tavern inn.
There's just been so many people around us. Maybe we could just take our drink upstairs.
Maybe, yeah.
Oh God, that was a heartburning maybe. Anyway, yeah, let's finish this up. Let's see if there's anything from a little earlier, like you suggested. So I guess now I'm in tandem looking for any references to odd wizardly behaviors in this area around that time, bugbear sightings, that sort of
She's looking
thing.
through, she's like starting from earliest like volumes of the Bogwater Gazette, and she's in about 50 years after the founding, which is probably about 270 years ago or so. And she is looking through the article, and she reaches over, taps you on the shoulder.
Hey, so I found this.
Okay.
There was this guy Lecter.
Oh,
But yeah, like
that's the name.
He lived in the Fall River Forest.
Oh, that's got to be nearly 300 years ago.
Yeah, according to the date on this,
Oh my gosh. Okay.
it's a little over 3. It's right around there.
Does it? What warranted an article about him? What does it say?
Oh, it just says that he was a fucking kook. This here says he's like scaring the townsfolk. Yeah, the people of Howland wanted him to leave.
Huh.
Just it looks like he's doing like dark magic rituals and shit like that.
Any articles about missing kids around then? Like a lot or anything like that?
I mean, it says here that he was suspected of, taking 7 children.
7.
Yeah. I mean, but the townspeople, 7 children.
Fuck.
And they were
7
never seen
Sean?
again. No, not 7. It didn't say their names. I don't know.
No. There were the men that there were 7 men. in the
Oh,
circle.
right. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a 7, the Howland 7. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So,
Yeah. So they were there. And they never found the kids, but the town, the Howland got together. Looks like a whole bunch of them got together, and they tied him up to and they held like a quick trial for witchcraft or whatever. And they burned him at the stake. Which I didn't think they did around here.
yeah. I thought it was hanging. But
Yeah, that's usually what you see in this area, but these guys burned him.
Huh. And did it say
and-
they burned him in the square or somewhere in the wood?
Looks like they burned him in the woods just a little south of his house.
So we should check where his house was or where he died.
This says he lived in the northwestern part of the Fall River Forest.
All roads keep leading there. All right.
Huh.
I mean, that's pretty cut and dry in my mind. Because something was happening with either he wasn't doing these things and is vengeful, or he was doing these things and he's fucking terrible. But now we have a risk of more kids going missing and getting hurt, and around the time of this necromancer coming to power. Okay. I'm trying to think if there. And he did they bury him anywhere, or does it say, or they just left him to rot like out in the elements?
No, by the description here, it sounds like he probably would have been cremated. I don't know. I don't know much about that. There might have been some parts of him left.
Yeah.
You don't happen to know anything about that, do you?
So I know. Yeah, I do.
Oh, why? That's interesting.
My family owns a funeral home.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Really? Oh, most people get so weirded
really
out when I
cool.
talk about that.
No. It's like a natural part of. I mean, death is just a natural part of life, isn't it?
Thank you, of course. And that's I think that's why this necromantic guy keeps messing with me, because there's something so like spiritual and beautiful about the natural process, even if it's so sad. But then to rip that moment away from a person is so cruel. And I can't imagine what that would be like. And that is one of the biggest fears I can imagine. That's a lot of information. But cremation has to be at such a high temperature that we need, it would have to be like a kiln that's stoked for a long time, or hellfire kind of thing.
So maybe there are remains of him somewhere.
There has to be. Unless okay, so northwest of the forest was his home and where he got hung. Burned at the stake. So
no, it says he got
super
burned. It says he got burned a little south of his home in another
little
clearing in
right.
the forest.
Burned a little south of his home. So I guess that where we burned him a little south of his home, and we look where he was burned, and we look where his house was, and I bet the house is still there. That's where that other transportation circle might be. That's a good. I don't know. I think that might be the place. To at least it's a start at least. Wow. Yeah, but you were good at this. I mean, it's cool.
I made a career out of this. I know. I kind of know just how to skim and look for. That's what I'm good at.
Yeah, you're really good.
That's how the Van Helsongs have made our money for a generation.
Oh, so you have a family business too?
Yeah, we're like demon hunters, and we research all this shit.
Would Astrid have known the name and been like impressed? Like, is this the name that like a known family name, or like a nod?
It would be known within like the confines of Merca, but
not for me. Okay,
not really for you.
Got it. Yeah, that's. It seems like a noble cause to kind of get rid of this corruption or this abuse of power.
That's what we've been doing for the last. I don't even know how long. I guess since we came here.
Oh wow! And you like it? You wanted to do it?
It's a job. Gets me going places. It's I get to see things. I get to meet cool people. Look what we got going on. We get to meet cool people. We get to do stuff.
Come on, there's not something else like you want to be a dancer or something as well.
It's good to have hobbies too. Of course.
Yeah, of course. I think we got all we need from the library. Do you want to go back for that drink?
Yeah, I'll go back. I'll head back to the bar before everybody else.
Yeah, I'm sure they'll come back at some point. I'm sure they did totally normal things and asked direct questions and then, start up anything too kooky. But
why would they do that? That seems totally unprofessional.
Oh, we have some chatting to do. Oh, I can't wait to tell you about what these boys do. They're so good at what they do, and creative with the solutions. Come on, I got a stank ape I got to tell you about.
A stank ape?
Yeah.
You guys fought a stank ape?
Yeah.
How'd you find it?
We kind of got dropped into the middle. Strixhaven.
Let's go back to the bar. Yeah, let's go back to the bar and you can talk.
Yeah, we can.
The library is kind of not the place for a lot of stories.
No. And Astrid's gonna walk back to the bar. And then I don't know. I'm gonna leave it up to Edie whether or not that drink happens in the bar first or in her room, and then we can see what happens. And then fade to black.
Fade to black.
Respectfully.
So
What, Ruthann, you don't want to act that whole situation out?
Edie will go to the bar.
Woof. Okay.
All right, so you guys make it back to the bar.
Hey, this round's on me. What do you want?
Ooh.
What do you
let's
get?
See. Let's see. Something potent, I think. What about what were you drinking before? Let's get the dark beer with a shot of whiskey in it.
Yeah, that sounds good. We'll get the Adam Sam's Dark with a shot of whiskey. That sounds like a howling good time.
There you go. Oh God, do you think that's their slogan here in Howland?
I certainly hope not. That's a bad slogan. That would be horrible.
Terrible.
Terrible.
So she comes back from the bar with the drinks.
I think Astrid's like before she comes back from the bar, she's like Astrid's looking out the window a little bit, both not wanting her friends to come back and a little bit wanting them to come back. She's not entirely confident with herself, but is stealing her nerves. So, quick question: you were here before we were for the Howland, for the Seven Guys. What was your project before this?
Oh, I'd heard that there were like rumors of a dark presence in this area. You know, the missing children, certainly, or something.
Well, yeah.
You got missing children, you got dark presence. It's kind of something you want to look into.
Yeah. Of course.
Yeah. I mean, the Van Helsongs we're a small, like, family entity, but, you know, we try our best, especially whenever there's something this weird happening. Try to make sure that, you know, everything's taken care of, investigated, looked into.
Yeah.
You don't want these kind of
No.
things to get too much fucking power. You know what I mean?
No, I can't go unchecked or shit
Exactly.
gets bad. Shit gets bad.
Yeah, she can get real bad real quick.
Yeah, it seems like Strixhaven is trying to do some good with that sort of thing, but it definitely could use some more common sense once in a while.
They're a school. They gotta kind of teach everybody, right? Like,
Oh yeah, that's not really. It's more the dropping students into very dangerous situations. I mean, we've held our own. Don't get me wrong, but
what better real world training?
it's true. It's true.
I mean, let me tell you, growing up,
Yeah.
it wasn't much different from this. You know, we have a very matriarchal family, so my mother was like, "Hon, you're coming with us," and I was what, maybe 8, and I was there with my mom and aunts fighting an imp. I mean, you know, I did pretty good. They did most of the work, but I held my own when I was 8.
That's awesome.
I mean, you gotta if you're gonna teach people how to do this sort of stuff, you gotta get them in. It's like the mother birds kicking the baby birds out of the nest so they learn to fly.
You know what?
Well, if you never, I mean, you're there for them in case something happens, but you gotta be able to, you know.
You know, I get that. I do get that. The kicking out of the nest doesn't work. Still, though, you almost wish you didn't have to with how this world can be, but at least there are people like your family out there, and you. People like you, taking care of things like this.
Yeah, it's a tough job, but, you know, we gotta do it.
Right? Well, I hope I'm holding my own at this point, but...
No, you seem to be good. You found that... No, you found that information pretty good. You found that mask picture really easy. I mean, not easy, but you found it real good.
Yeah, I definitely saw it.
Mask picture. You saw it. You're the one who figured that out. I wouldn't have figured out the rest of this stuff if you hadn't.
Right. Astrid sipping on her drink, trying to figure out what to say next. to do next. How is Edie looking? Is she confident? Is she just as weird as I am? What's happening here?
Make an insight check.
Okay. That's an 11. But I think, is guidance still on me?
Yes, it is.
All right, 14.
14. You can tell that she's doing a pretty good job at being like confident, but there is like a tinge of nervousness behind all of it.
God, we're both disasters and don't know how to talk to each other.
Anyway, yeah.
You said you had hobbies. It was a good idea to have hobbies.
It's a good idea to have hobbies. So I like learning stuff. I try to go to the libraries wherever I go, and I try to learn like new skills. I just learned about like healing herbalism. You ever look into that?
Yeah, I do a lot of healing stuff. What is wow, so have you been foraging plants? Have you found mushrooms? There's so many amazing mushrooms that can help out there.
Yeah, I get scared of the mushrooms though, because you never know. It's hard to tell.
Yeah, you got to be real careful.
You got to be careful with those, because sometimes you can eat the wrong ones and weird stuff happens, or you just die.
Yeah. You got to be careful with the dying part.
You don't want to die.
Yeah, that's why you grow your own. And like out of my pocket, I grab like a handful of little mushrooms. Like these ones are really good. Like salve, when you kind of paste, they kind of turn into a little paste, and you put them over like a burn or a scar, and it can really. It's kind of nice and like kind of. It goes from like warm, tingly to like kind of cold.
Ooh,
yeah. Here,
can I have a couple?
Sure. I can mix them up for you so they're already ready. Or I can show you. Show you.
Yeah, why don't you show me? So I can know what to look for and how to do it later.
We fully have the ghost pottery scene with a mortar and pestle.
Maybe we should do this in a different place than right at the bar.
Oh, yeah, that'd probably be a great idea. Why don't we do that? And I definitely say to the bartender, just, you remember our friends, they're gonna come back, we'll be upstairs, just tell them wait down here for us, thank you, if you could, here's a gold buy. And we go upstairs, where I teach her about mushrooms.
Yep, fade to black.
Oh. Learning about ice Thank you for that.
That was
perfect. I mean, I feel like I'm a bard, so I need to start doing some kind of musical shit.
Is that all you hear from downstairs when I know you? That's how I know you all are back.
Yeah, I feel like we just come
to the bar and they ask about Astrid and Edie, and
somebody points upstairs, and I feel like I just go, oh, and I just do that whole bit. Just like way too loud, like at the base of the stairs, just like wow,
All right, after we've had our time, and I hear the chorus coming from downstairs.
Yeah. Very white.
All right, so the rest of you guys,
straighten my hair, everything's back together. We totally look like nothing happened. Hey, come back. Hey, we have library information. Hey, we just got back. Library information.
Library
information. You guys all notice. You don't even have to roll perception for this. You notice that Astrid and Edie are walking down the stairs.
Oh, you guys just got back? Now, here's my question. Who was... Shit, fuck.
Be very
I
careful how you phrase this.
Damn it. Oh, I thought I had something funny. Never mind.
I wouldn't mind, like, with Astrid, and be like, did you hit it?
You know it. It was great.
Thumbs up.
Did you say thumbs up, or did you actually, like, stick your thumb up?
I actually stuck your thumb up.
Okay.
I do, like, a little one, like, behind my back to the side.
So...
I feel like I'm just still... fuck, I thought I was going to be so funny. I had it. Ugh.
I feel like I'm just laughing, and hopefully Edie's the same time to be like, yeah, of course they're like this.
Yeah, Edie's a little bit better at hiding it, but yeah.
Astrid has no chill. No chill. We're lucky the Astrid scream didn't happen.
Sorry.
Anywho,
Gonna come in with a quick.
Umbra, are you gonna? Or did you make it back to the bar too? Andy, you're muted.
Take the grass out of your mouth.
he's just vomiting grass from turning back into himself.
So as you all make it back to the bar, Eloy, Swift, Umbra, and Forte, you sit at the bar, and you don't even have to roll perception. You see Astrid coming down from the top of the stairs with Edie behind her.
I just give one of those quick, like,
Astrid's like tightening her braid back up a little bit. We found out so much information at the library.
oh yeah, I bet you found out so much information, Astrid. Just, I hold down like a closed fist, like low, just for some low bones.
Oh yeah, under the table, absolutely.
Low bones.
Small fist bump. Low bones. Sit next to Edie, order drinks. So we actually did find out a lot of stuff at the library, actually.
No, I do actually believe that you did. It just looks like you also had fun while you did it. And I mean, not at the library. God, I am off my game today. Ugh.
Yeah.
Eloy just like puts his head down on the table. He's like, fuck.
How was the Griffins? Did you talk to the ex-wife?
Oh yeah. Apparently they like hang out in some forest or some shit. The Fall River Forest.
Well, that matches up with what we know, actually. I start to explain the articles that seem to put this Lecter person lived in the forest. Okay, everybody needs to not freak out the way I did. About 150 years ago, around the time of Gletvac. That can be a later problem, but worth noting.
The second on the word Gletvac, Eloy's like, "Are you fucking kidding me?"
I know.
Flips the table.
Just kind of looked at Edie like, see, that's what I found.
Bitch!
I think Gletback was more than 150 years ago. Gletback was like 200 and something years ago. wasn't
He was. I'm sorry, I meant to
he?
say that's around the time of Lecter.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Yeah. Lecter was like more than 150 years ago.
Long story short, he was a weirdo in the woods. There were missing 7 shocking kids. The townsfolk hunted this guy down, killed him. They hung him. I'm sorry, burned him at stake. So there must be some remains, unless they could get hellfire hot up there. And it was about, like you said, the Fall River Forest, except this one was northwest, and his home was a little bit south of there. So I think we might have a place to go look.
Alright, so just let me make sure I'm getting all this straight. So Brady is probably Gletvac, and who's also probably this dude Lecter who killed a bunch of kids. Am I getting that right, or am I just picked?
Almost my theory is that maybe Lecter is a separate entity that maybe Gletvac worked with, made a deal with, did something to elongate. Maybe he made a pact with this guy. All of this is a little conjecture, but right now I'm thinking this Lecter guy's either getting vengeance because he didn't do that shit and people were attacking him, or he was just a monster who was doing all this shit. And it times out at around too convenient in my mind.
Just stroking my chin, just like and then I take a hand out and I just still am while I'm just absentmindedly rolling a joint and smoking it.
Astrid does not need to roll an insight check to know that it got into his mind, but I'm gonna repeat it later.
My man.
Dan the player is at least taking notes.
Yeah. Anyway, that's what we got. A lot of good, so I think we need to go there. I don't know what Umbra. I don't know what you and Swifty got. Did you talk to any of the townsfolk up here about kids?
Yeah, we met this one lady up north, and I ate all her grass.
You ate her ass?
And her
What?
grass, her
Grass.
It is
yard.
between 2 buns.
her lawn.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, then we
Astrid ate
just kind of
somebody's
like
lawn a second ago too.
we
I
kind of
kick him so hard under the table.
Ow!
just found out where her kid was, and then now we're here. So yeah, I don't know. We had a pretty weird time, to be honest.
Yeah. Why did you? So you ate rats? Are you feeling
It's
alright?
like I don't. It's not worth getting into, I don't think. But yeah, I feel fine. I got like
Okay.
rabbit tum.
Oh.
So
I mean, I
you know.
think it's okay, Umbra. It's it's really in with the kids these days, eating grass, tossing salads. I've heard it also called.
Sure. Yeah. But nods along, not being in on the joke. Sure, yeah.
Are you still a bunny, or have you changed back to your neural self, or are you a little girl?
Do I not still look like a bunny?
I have no idea.
No, you have to stay a rabbit until your
I
stomach
mean, look at these.
processes the grass.
Look at these ears, bro. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, such is life. I gotta at least kind of, get this grass on the other side of me, if you know what I mean.
Oh boy, that's gonna be a night.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes. It's kind of fun being a bunny, though.
It's been peaceful.
I've heard that.
Yeah. Swift is always talking about it. And, not wrong.
Pretty hip.
Anyway, yeah, we didn't really find out much helpful. We kind of forgot what we were supposed to be doing. I'm not gonna lie to you guys.
I heard that happens when you eat grass.
I think the pesticides go right to the brain for a hot second. But I mean, you did find out that like there were some kids, right? Like that seems like the kids are okay right now.
Right, there are kids in town, and they go to the school in that that central building.
Okay.
And I guess they're there right now. I don't know what else to do with that information.
I mean, not much to do other than maybe, I don't know, tell parents that the kids really need to be back inside before the brazers turn on outside.
Yeah, should we check out that central building? Or you guys already did some, right?
Well, we were at the library. That's not the center. I don't think is the library also part of the school? Is that one big kind of communal thing?
It's like one big communal building. Like most of their municipal stuff is all in that building.
Yeah,
so
you guys were
like,
there.
so
I
like
mean,
the
everything's-
town records, library, the school, probably the town guard station.
I mean, everything seemed normal there. If I had a vote right now, I'd say maybe we should head up to the northwestern part of the forest where Lecter's body might be, or old home might be, because if I had to put money on it, that might be where the other part of that teleportation circle was.
Hell yeah, let's go upper deck his toilet.
Yeah, I'll go check out a corpse. That seems dark. Let's do it.
It's like that movie with those kids.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Stand far away from me.
Oh, I think I've heard
Oh,
of it.
I think I saw that play. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh right, we call down the farm we call plays movies.
Oh, because everybody's moving around so much?
Yeah, exactly.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
It's not like
Didn't hear the
reading
word
scroll.
play until I was well into my teens.
Wait. All right. Edie,
All
you
right.
have to come along?
I have already put my arm around Edie. It's of course she's coming along. Come on.
Yeah, I gotta see this job through, right?
Of course. Gotta see it through.
And also just with my other arm scoop Astrid a little bit, just sweep a little bit and just bring her up a little bit closer. It's we're all gonna have a good time today. And then I just slowly let loose of both of them and slow my pace so that they just slowly merge into walking with each other.
Oh my god, I love it. I love that also I was definitely a good foot and a half off the ground when you did that.
100%.
But Edie's probably about your height, so...
Yep.
Edie's actually a little bit taller than Eloy.
Oh shit.
She's a Goliath. She's Edie's a
Before-
Goliath, so she's a big she's
Hell yeah.
there's Goliaths are right on the cusp of being large, but they're still considered medium. Like,
Hell yeah.
Before I fade back, I lean.
If the everything that I remember is correct, they're like half giant, so they're really tall. They're really tall, really big.
I do want to do one thing before I fade back and let them walk with each other. Is I just lean into Astrid and I just say,
just don't fuck this up, because if you fuck this up, it might fuck it up for me. So yeah, I have a thing for tall ladies.
Wait.
I don't run into a lot of women taller than me. This is very attractive.
Wait, wait, hold on.
No, I'm not going to step in. I'm just letting you know, but I'm just letting you know.
And that's all you hear Astrid say, because she didn't realize this was now that situation.
Yep. And then I slowly fade into the back and just push them to each other. I swear to God, I'm being a good friend, and I give you a bardic inspiration.
A bardic inspiration.
Thank you for listening to Spooky Dice Bag. If you enjoyed our show, please remember to like and subscribe on iTunes, Spotify, or wherever you found us. Special thanks to P.A. Dunn at Wandering Glyph Games for designing our logo. Information to contact him will be in our show notes. Also, thank you to tabletopaudio.com. You can check them out for all of your background music needs for any of your tabletop RPGs. Most of our sound effects can be found over at freesound.org, and information about which sounds we use can be found in our show notes or on our website, spookydicebag.com. If you enjoy the show, you can join us over at patreon.com/spookydicebag to get ad-free episodes a week early, and maps and some other bonus content we're working on right now. If a monthly subscription isn't your thing, you can also check us out on Bandcamp. Just go to spookydicebag.bandcamp.com and you can support us for as little as $1 an episode. Until next time, this has been Spooky Dice Bag.